So here's something that I find interesting that's happening in my experience. And this may be controversial, but it's not intended as a statement about anyone or anything else other than myself. I am no longer identifying as one with disabilities. And that's a personal choice. That's a personal decision. The disabilities that I had identified as having were primarily mental. Things listed, I'm talking about things that are listed in the American Index of conditions that qualify you for assistance, essentially governmental assistance. And I had more than one diagnosis. I had received more than one diagnosis on that list, including the diagnosis of narcolepsy, so some neurological type conditions. And at one point in time, not very long ago, I had qualified for and been receiving Medicaid assistance. The buy-in, which specifically is stipulated for individuals with disabilities who are still able to work and are making enough money to qualify, falls within a bracket. Anyways, the point of this is I found out today that my Medicaid status is inactive, and I suspect that has to do with my failure to provide the adequate documentation by the stipulated date, all of that stuff. But I am choosing to let go of that identity. The identity, the self that believed that it required Medicaid, that believed that it was incapable of providing for itself, and that it needed to be provided for by society. I'm letting go of that identity in favor of claiming the self that says, I am capable, I am vital, I am healthy, I am well, but more than that, I am deserving of being provided for. I'm not saying that I don't want or need things. I'm not stopping asking for things. I'm asking in a bigger way. I'm not asking society, I'm asking the universe. I'm not asking other people, I'm asking my higher self to provide for me. And so I don't need a backup plan. I don't need something to fall back on. I trust, I have faith in the universe, in all that I am, and I know how to ask in here, and I know my asking comes from a place of knowing that I am worthy and that I am provided for, that what I ask is given, so I don't have to jump through the hoops of society to get my needs met. I don't have to ask society to take care of me, because when I do that, I have to prove why. It's a whole ego game. When I ask society to take care of me, society asks, why should we do that? Prove to us that you need this. Essentially, prove your inadequacy is what society is saying. Because if you're not a productive citizen, right? It's a part of this whole notion. It is, whether we speak it or not. If you're a productive citizen and you're capable of being a part of the workforce, then certainly you can provide for yourself enough to pay for a health insurance plan and this, that, and whatever. Living in America, at least this is the way that it works. And if you are essentially non-productive, because we're all just cogs in a capitalist machine here, and if your cog is not functioning up to our standards, then you have to prove it. And what are you doing by proving it? You're reinforcing your own narrative. You're reinforcing this narrative and proving by saying, let me prove to you that I am broken in some way. In your perception, let me reinforce your perception of my brokenness by proving it to you. Here's all my medical papers showing all of the therapy that I've received. Persistent problems that I struggle. I have to prove that I'm struggling in order to get these benefits. But what am I doing in all of this proving that I'm struggling? I'm just clinging to that narrative. I'm reinforcing it for myself. I am telling myself, yes, I struggle. Yes, life is hard for me. That's my story. That's what I claim to be true. And that's going to continue to be my experience. If I am focused on proving the difficulty of my existence, and it's so difficult that I need help with it, then that's what I'm going to continue creating in my reality. And instead of that, I would like to just receive and believe in abundance. Receive and believe in my own abundance in every form. The abundance of my vitality, the well-being of my physical self, my physical form, the abundance of support that is provided to me, the abundance of things, the abundance of money, which is energy, which wants to flow. Instead of saying I have so little money that I need every discount and credit and whatever, I want to say I have so much money that I don't need help. It flows through me so freely and so abundantly because that's what I am. I am abundant. I am not disabled. Regardless of what physical, mental experience is taking place at this given moment, it's not a hindrance to me. It is not hindering me. It is not prohibiting me from receiving, from being taken care of. Again, being taken care of in a bigger way. If I'm obsessed with this story that I am in trouble and I am needy and I need your care, I need you to give to me, I'm disempowering myself. I'm disconnected from my true abundance. I'm disconnected from the source which actually is capable of providing everything that I could possibly need or want. If I'm demanding it from others, I am not asking it from the place that is actually able to deliver it to me. The rest of myself, the universe. So I want to let go of that story that says I am in need and I need you, other humans, to do these things for me. I want to say I am provided for. Everything that I want or need is given to me. And it's given to me whether or not other people want to participate in it. It has nothing to do with people. It has nothing to do with society. I am asking from the higher management. I'm going above everyone and everything else. I'm asking from the rest of me. And I know that what I ask of myself, of the universe, is given, and it's given in absolute abundance. It's infinite. It's infinite. Those resources are unlimited. I'm not going to limit myself to tapping into this tiny pool of money that's been squirreled away by other humans. No, I'm asking for the unlimited resources, my unlimited wealth, my bank account of millions and millions of dollars that exists. That's what I'm asking for. I'm asking to tap into that flow and knowing that I am taken care of. I am so taken care of that I don't need a backup plan. I don't need insurance. I don't need to be insured because there's nothing I'm insuring myself against. I am trusting that everything always is working out for me. All the time. No matter what. And that no matter what happens, it is to my benefit. And no matter what happens, I am taken care of in it. not by other people, by the universe. And maybe that ends up flowing through people, but I'm not asking them. And if and when it does flow through them, they're benefiting too. It's to their desire, it's to their joy. There's no resistance in it, there's no resentment, there's none of this icky feeling. That's what I want to rely on. I want to invest, and I want to invest with faith in myself. I don't want to be insured for the just in case, for the, if the worst happens. That's not the way I want to live. That is a society that insurance, the very existence of insurance is demonstrative of an ego-based society, a fear-based society, one that does not trust the future. It doesn't trust what's coming. It says we gotta prepare. That's not how nature works. That's not how life works. It's a misunderstanding, a fundamental misunderstanding of the greater order of things and the unfolding of that order. I want to trust. I don't want to insure. I want to be assured. I want self-assurance. Health assurance. The assurance that all is well, no matter what. Everything is working out for me, no matter what. And I don't need a parachute. I don't need a safety rope. I don't need a backup. It's all coming. It's all coming to me, and it's all happening for me. And when I need it, it'll be there. And I don't need to see it before that moment. I don't need it before the moment that I need it. I'm going to trust that when I need it, it shows up. It's there. It's taken care of. That's it. That's it. That is a dramatic shift from the identity that I used to associate with. And it feels good. It feels really good. It's scary, but it feels really good to let go of that attachment to a diminished self, a self that believes it needs protecting, that it needs to be cautious, and it needs to plan ahead. That's not the life that I came here to live. That's not the life that the soul is here to live. The soul is here for adventure. The soul is here for experience and surprise. The soul is here to experience faith. Faith and the wonder of it. The gift of it. The gift of trust. The magnificence of trust. And of seeing that trust followed through on. When you ask, when you rely on the universe and the universe provides for you, that's an incredible experience. And it reinforces it. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I want to do. And I've seen it happen time and time again. Things that I was not prepared for. Things that came out of the blue. Things that I couldn't have possibly prepared for. Even if I had bought all the insurance, done all the things, they happened in a way that would have just nullified all of that. None of it would have applied. None of it would have mattered anyway. But it's still, I was taken care of. And it is as if all of those events were precisely orchestrated to demonstrate the insurance doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think you're preparing for. The thing that you're least expecting is going to happen, but it's going to be taken care of. Trust. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to plan this all ahead. Stop trying to do that. Let that go. Trust in your abundance. Trust in your well-being and from the higher place, not guaranteed by humans in the physical reality, by a higher place. I am investing in assurance. No more insuring, just assuring. That's all I have to say.